We're here at the Grand Central Sanitary Landfill in Penn Argyl, Pennsylvania, standing in back of the Green Knight Energy Center. The Green Knights are a nonprofit organization in the community that takes proceeds from generating power and puts them back into the community. The turbine plant uses the landfill gas produced from the waste decomposition to power three 3.5 megawatt turbines. Landfill gas comes in through the inlet piping here that comes from the landfill, goes through a filtration system, and goes through a series of compressors which ultimately end up at the turbine to make power. Let's go inside and see. Landfill gas comes in through a common header that feeds 3 separate compressor skids. Goes through the first stage blower, which takes the pressure from a negative to 60, negative 70 inches of water column that's applied to the well field and increases it to 10 to 15 psi of positive pressure. From there, it goes through a filtration system and through a chilling unit to knock out both particulate and liquids, which then ends up at a second stage compressor which boosts the pressure from 10 to 15 psi to 160 to 180 psi. From there, it goes through another series of filters, cooling process, and reheating before it ends up at the turbine for the power generation. Landfill gas enters through a common header to the inlet of the 3 turbines, goes through a series of fuel safety valves and control valves, and enters into the combustion ring. 2 parts of the turbine are the air intake and the combustion ring. Air comes in through the air intake, gets pressurized from 100 to 120 psi, mixes in the combustion ring, and that expansion pushes 3 power blades, which ultimately spins the turbine. The turbine is connected to a reduction gearbox that then spins a generator and generates up to 3.5 megawatts of electricity per turbine, powering roughly 5,000 homes. The Green Knight Energy Plant uses an automated dial-out system in the event there's an alarm or shutdown after hours. The waste management team is able to respond within 1 hour to get the plant back online, generating power and staying in compliance.